Well, for me, knowledge translation, I would think of it as a storytelling exercise. And in relation to what we do in AFIDIP, it's really about collating evidence, from national data sets, for instance, and then building a story based on that evidence and trying to influence policymakers. Well, I think, again, for me, related to the work that we conduct in AFIDIP, I would say that what we find quite useful is integrated knowledge translation, and by that I mean participatory research. We find out actually from policymakers what their needs are, and then go out and conduct the research to answer those very specific questions, and involve them as well throughout the process. So, for instance, we would conduct key informant interviews with them to really understand the nuances, for instance, on the context and the status of policies in the countries within which we work. So the main challenges that we find with K-Star in general is that there's a huge demand on resources. Financial resources is key because we're working nationally but also regionally, and so we need adequate funds to be able to travel to different countries. And there's also obviously the time and personnel, the resources that we need. K-Star is not that a big field in Africa in particular. So actually even having people who are experts in the field and creating partnerships with these sorts of people are limited. I would say also a second challenge would be when we go into different countries, the way people would receive us is a challenge, and that's why it's very important to have partnerships in all these different countries and to build networks prior to actually going to these countries. So whether we have collaborations with universities or we have associate fellows who are working with us in country, it's really important to have really on the ground experts working with us.